Hi friends, so this is the second lecture for the compiler designing. Today we will discuss on the syntax analysis. My request to everyone that please open a copy. This lecture we have created for the university exam and for the interview purpose. So what will you write in your exam? So the parser has two functions. What about the parser? Already we have discussed in the previous lecture. The parser has two functions. It checks that the tokens appearing in its input, which is the output of the lexical analyzer, occur in patterns that are permitted by the specification. For the source language, it also imposes on the tokens a tree-like structure that is used by the sequence phases of the compiler. Now you can see here, this is the example, A plus divided by B. Okay, so you can write the compiler, it will be read like this. That is the identifier. So we have written ID, then these are the operator plus and divide. Okay, then this is the identifier, we have written the identifier. The second aspect of syntax analysis is to make explicit the hierarchical structure. Some people they say the hierarchical structure of the incoming tokens stream by identifying which parts of the token stream should be grouped together. So A divided by B into C has two possible interpretations. You can see this, for this you have 1. So if you will take this operator at first, then after then this, so you have such type of tree structure. If you will take this operator at first, then you have such type of tree-like structure. So you have two possibilities. So which one is the correct? This is the question. My request to everyone that please go in the precedence of grammar, precedence of operator. The best lecture we have already created and we have explained why, what is the uses of mathematics in your real life. Already we have explained in that lecture, precedence of operator. In this condition, we use the precedence of operator. Now you can think, if I will write here 3 minus 3 minus 3. Okay, in this condition you have two answers. The first one, if I will use this one at first, then your answer 3 minus 3 is equal to 0, 0 minus 3 is equal to minus 3. If I will take this first one, 3 minus 3 minus 3. Okay, suppose I am taking this one. So let us, this is the first one, assume. In this condition, 3 minus 0 and 3 minus 0 is equal to 3. So you have two output. The first output is 3 and second output is minus 3. So the question is, which one is the correct? This is the question. So in this condition we have used the associative law. So here in the first condition we have written divide A by B, divide A by B, then multiply by C, then multiply by C, and in B multiply B by C, multiply B by C, then divide by A. So in this condition the output is different, in this condition the output is different. So whenever you have written anything in your program, so already they have feed a grammar inside your compiler. Okay, the grammar is G, that is there are total number of, first one is variable, and this is the terminal, and this is the producer, and this one is the start symbol. So in this question, the left one, this left one, this is the variable. Okay, so there is only one variable, and this is also a start symbol. it is producing E plus E or divided by E, or this is the symbol of or, E plus E or E star E or ID. ID means identifier. So let us, we will generate this one. Okay. So we are using the leftmost derivative and rightmost derivative. So at first E is equal to E plus E. E is equal to E plus E. If we will produce this E is equal to E plus E, so in the leftmost derivative, at first you will take the left one. So E, in place of E, it is producing E plus E or E star E or ID. So this is the ID at first. This is the leftmost derivative. Okay, in the leftmost derivative, at first E is producing ID, then plus E. Then second condition, we have to generate this. Okay, so in this condition, second time we will take this one. E is producing E star E. Okay, because we have to generate this string. Okay, so E star E. Then this is the leftmost derivative. Again, E will produce ID. E have three options: either produce E, this one, either produce this one, either this one. So we have to generate this string. So E will produce ID, then star E. Okay, after that at last it will produce ID. So you have got this string by the help of leftmost derivative. You can see every time at first we have written the E is producing ID, from left to right we are taking the variable. Okay, so in this condition we are generating the string. Okay, the second one, E is equal to E plus E. If your it will take this E is equal to E plus E, so at first it will produce E star E at the right side. Okay, so your E is equal to E star E, because our target to generate this string. Okay, so then E plus E star ID at right side. You can see at right side we have produced E to ID. Then in place of E we have written ID. Okay, because of this property. Then we have written at last this. So we have generated this ID plus ID star ID. Okay, by the help of leftmost derivative and rightmost derivative. We will check there is another leftmost derivative or rightmost derivative exist or not. So if E is equal to E star E, suppose I am taking this one, because we have three options. Okay, either produce this one, either this, either this. So in this condition, if you are taking E star E, then we are just thinking about the leftmost derivative. Okay, so E star E, you have E star E. Then we are writing E plus E star E, because this is leftmost derivative. So at first leftmost derivative, E will produce E plus E. Okay, then your E, it will produce ID plus E star E. Then again it will produce ID at left side. Okay, then again it will produce at left side. So again we have got the same. Okay, the same string we have got. So we have another leftmost derivative. Okay, so now again we will check any other rightmost derivative exists or not. Okay, so again we are taking E is equal to E star E. Okay, so we have to produce, we have to generate this string. We have to generate this one. Okay, so but we have to think about the rightmost derivative. Okay, so in the rightmost derivative, so I am writing here E star, I am writing here ID. Okay, in place of E I am writing ID. Then this is E plus E star ID. Okay, then again at right side it will produce ID, then again it will produce ID plus ID plus ID. So we can see there are total number of another RMD, rightmost derivative exists. So in this condition there is a confusion. Okay, in this condition there is a confusion. Which one is the correct? The computer, it will take either this one or this one or this one or this one. This is the question. So after then there is a parse tree. Okay. So now for this your parse tree is E, that is the expression. Okay. Then after then we have written E, and this is plus. Okay. Then we have written in place of E is equal to ID, and here this is E. Then after then E in place of E plus E, then E star E. Okay. Then we have E star E. Okay. Then after then ID, then ID. So this is the first parse tree. Okay. The second parse tree is again E is equal to E star E. Okay. Then after then this is E plus E. So in place of this ID, in place of this ID, in place of this ID. So we can see that there are two parse tree exist. So if there is a two parse tree exist, so again there is a confusion. Which one is correct? You can see whenever we are solving this. So if we will use this, if we will take this at first, then your answer is -3. If you are taking at first this one at right side, then our answer is 3. So which one is correct? This is the question. So we use the associative law. This is the question. This is the problem. Okay. To solve such problem, we have used the associative property. Go in the precedence of operator. So by the help of precedence of operator, we have solved this problem. So there are two parse tree. So that is the unambiguous. Okay. So there is a ambiguity. Okay. Sorry, there is a ambiguity. In this condition, we have this problem. So by the help of this associative property, by the help of this operator precedence, we have solved this problem. Okay. So we have already discussed on this topic. Okay. So that is enough for your exam purpose. If they will ask about this topic, then you have to write these all topics. Okay. Thank you so much.